It's Jackson Hole, what y'all expect?
This is Wingsburg Station.
Wingsburg. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dougie, and you're now tuned into Birds and Bars, brand new show from the Wingsburg Station. We're talking to local artists, local restaurants. We're gonna see what the artist is doing. We're gonna see how the wings are, and then we're gonna let you know. Stay tuned. Today's episode, we are at Jackson's Hole Bar and Grill, downtown Minneapolis, with The Rift. Tune in.
This is Wingsburg Station.
Wingsburg. And here we are with The Rift, my man. Appreciate you coming out.
Absolutely, my
We're at Jackson's Hole. Got the mango habanero wings. Both of us do.
You got them too?
But I gotta match with the artist.
Oh yeah, we about to be sitting
You know
there.
what I'm saying? That's why we got our drinks.
Big COVID leaks. You know
So
what I mean?
yeah. So any of you that don't know, aren't aware, The Rift, very good artist. Are you from Minnesota originally?
I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, that's right.
216,
I knew
but
that.
ironically it's 612 backwards.
Right.
I was born in San Diego, grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, but I got my name from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I claim Cleveland and Minneapolis.
How did the name The Rift come about?
I was actually deployed when I was in the military, and I had a dream. I was dreaming. I was walking around in a club, and people kept coming up to me, shaking my hand, and congratulating me. And I kept hearing some fire-ass music. People was line dancing and shit in the corner. And then I get to the DJ booth, and it's like a slew of mixtapes just on the table.
Oh, wow.
And it was all blurred out, and it was one right on the top, and it said The Rift in baby blue letters with this white ambient light behind it. And it was like a blurred out light-skinned dude with Dickies on, and I assumed that was supposed to be me or some shit, right? So I woke it up, and I'm on the middle of deployment, crossing the Atlantic. I'm like in touch with the stars. It ain't no light pollution. I'm in the middle of the ocean. So I had this profound dream, you know what I mean? And I looked it up, and it pertained to two things going on in my life at that time, and then it also translated to outcast, which is me.
Okay.
I never really fit in with nobody, you know what I mean?
Right,
So like, I was like, all right, stuck with it. I stuck with it ever since. Now this was in 2009.
Yeah.
I had this dream, and I didn't know what The Rift was going to be. I didn't know if he was going to be a producer or artist at the time, but I knew I wanted to use that name.
Right.
And I've just held on to it ever since, man, and now it's just a part of who I am.
I mean, we got the wings, but they're gonna get cold, so let's just dig in real quick.
Are we digging in? Because they burning my nose.
I know.
I'm sitting here like, all right, I guess this is the big take right here, guys. This is it. Mango habanero sauce. Jackson Hole wings right here in the flesh.
I've had a lot of Jackson's wings, but not so many of the mango habaneros.
Birds and
I
bars.
just got straight in.
Birds and bars. You feel me?
Yeah, I dig it.
It's not a bad wing.
So, I don't know if a lot of people know. I mean, I know most people know, obviously free Wi-Fi, given what free Wi-Fi was. There was a big movement. Was it 2018, 2019?
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
Free Wi-Fi blew up out here real quick.
Yeah, we did.
So, what I want to know, because obviously things changed fast. We're not going to get into what happened.
We good. I talked about it too many times. I talk about it again.
Yeah.
It's all solved. You know what I mean?
Well, realistically, I don't want to get into all that. But what I do want to get into with you on that is being signed, right? Being on Rostrum Records.
Yeah.
Obviously, you
Shout out Rich the Kid. He just got on Rostrum like this month.
Who did?
Rich the Kid just got signed with Rostrum.
Oh, word? Okay. But yeah, so I mean, obviously being signed to a label, you see a lot of things differently than when you're, a local, quote unquote local, trying to figure it out. So with you being on the label and then ultimately not being on the label now,
right?
What's something that you learned from that experience that you apply now, or that you maybe think other artists could use to their advantage?
Something that I've learned that I can take away from being signed.
So something that you learned while you were on the label that you use and apply to your career now that you maybe didn't before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Organizing my life, and understanding that you can't do it on your own, man. You need a team, and sometimes you don't realize how many people is on that team employed by that label that's behind the computer 9 to 5 every day doing the legwork for you. And some of the stuff that you don't realize is happening, especially in the internet world.
Right.
Not even counting the email world or the in the street world where people physically in the street handing out mixtapes or whatever you may have it.
Right.
A lot of that has to come from the artist. A lot of that has to come from you. So like one thing I learned is, basic thing I learned is the labels, they will help you. They're more like banks. Think of them as banks. You don't expect the bank to give you a loan and go out there and just handle all your finances for you, handle your house purchases for you, handle all your mortgage payments for you, and negotiate your deals for you. All they're going to do is give you the bread and sit back and watch you be successful, yes or no. You know what I mean? So I feel like a label's the same way. One thing I learned is they'll give you the money up front, they'll give you the deal. Okay, so before we start really interrupting, I'm just kidding.
Before we remember, we were at a bar.
We're at a bar, people turning up. It's Sunday.
Twins just won.
I hope you can hear me. Twins just won.
It's all
Stick
good.
with me, feel me. Anyways, one thing I learned from the label that I can take away is you cannot depend on them for everything that you got going on in your career. You got to understand that you got to build your own team, build your own people. They're not going to tell you what you need to be doing. They just going to sign you and give you the money and watch you fuck up or succeed. And if you fuck up, you drop. You know what I mean?
I guess like I always assumed that, you know, when you got signed, they had all that stuff for you.
No, they got resources. But if you don't got a solid team, you're not going to be able to use some resources.
See, that's what I'm saying.
The right way,
I assumed that they provided the team.
No, I mean, they do.
I didn't realize that as an artist on the label.
They'll try to help encourage, but it don't mean necessarily the team they providing you is going to be the best team either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you got to have your own manager. Stuff like that. I never realized that. So, I mean, that's actually probably some of the most important stuff I've heard. And it makes so much sense. So I appreciate that, and I'm sure any artist watching understand will appreciate that as well.
So you got to look at it this way. I'm going to answer that.
Yeah.
You got to look at it this way. When you get signed, you're not a priority artist right away. You're not a priority right away. You're the new guy that's still wet behind the ears.
You gotta prove yourself.
You got people like Meek Mill, Drake, all these other people keeping the lights on all these labels because they're at the top. They're the priority artists. So if you were a new guy coming in and the label got a lot of artists on the label, you got all these albums dropping, guess who album getting pushed to the end of the line? Yours. So your work ethic, I always tell everybody, it don't matter if you get signed or not. It depends on your work ethic. So if you get signed, if you go 10 times harder as if you weren't signed, being signed will actually benefit and help you. Your shit will go to the next level. But if you get signed and kick back and relax and get lazy and procrastinate on everything, you're gonna be the same position that you was before you were signed.
Yeah,
you're just gonna be now you're just in the spotlight looking like you ain't doing shit. That's all it's gonna be.
Just banking on the fact that you're signed.
Exactly. So you have to understand that that's just one milestone. That's the first step. That's you opening the screen door. You still gotta open the main door to get into the house. You haven't even stepped foot in the house yet. All you did was open the screen door, and you got a bunch of niggas back home in the hometown wishing they can open the screen door. So you got everybody treating you like a godsend because you're that signed, but everybody on the label treating you like the new guy, and they pushing you to the back burner. So people don't understand that you're still not a priority artist, but everybody that's not signed thinking that you a godsend, you signed, you made it, you're a priority artist. They don't understand the background of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to add it on and touch on that.
No, that definitely, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what you think about the wings? Other than they're hot.
They're flame. They're pretty good.
Good.
I would actually like to taste a little bit more of the mango, but I only ate 1 wing, 2 wings, so I'm gonna eat a couple more and wait for the heat to soak.
See, all I'm getting is the hot.
You know? Yeah. But you know,
I'm like halfway through this beer already.
A little bit more mango would have set it off. Maybe a little agave with the mango, because I make my own mango habanero sauce with cilantro, lime, tomatoes, and lemon, and onion, and Creole seasoning.
So what you gonna have to do then is package some of that up, send it out to me, and I'll review it. Now, so obviously, we're in Minneapolis. There's a lot going on in the city of Minneapolis, the state of Minnesota, and you actually had released a song regarding that. So the song "Can You Hear Us Now" about the murder of George Floyd.
Facts.
I want you to take me through your process in writing that song.
Well,
every artist has their own writing process. Every song has its own writing process. And in a song like this, I feel like the process is a little bit different than the process was for other songs, right?
Yeah, it was, because it's heartfelt, and it's coming back from like it's coming from the emotional state. So you're writing from emotion rather than just writing for exercise because you're trying to improve your artistry. You're writing from emotion because, one, I'm attached to your situation.
Right.
Two, I've suffered police brutality throughout my lifestyle. Three, I'm a biracial man with a black mom and a white dad, so I've suffered the best in both, and the worst of both worlds of being black and white person. Four, I feel like the Dr. Phil that mediates between the misunderstanding between both of them races are half the time that I've been growing up. Five, I made that record because I'm gonna try to keep this answer short. Second, third interview today, so damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Shit hit the fan, you're damned if you don't say nothing. Because now everyone's looking at you like, oh, you're a voice, you have a tool, you have a platform, why aren't you using it? Why aren't you saying anything? Speak up. You're damned if you do, you speak up. Shit goes viral, which it just did last week for me. Now I got shit with Sure Jew coming out next week. You're damned if you do, because now that I spoke up, I use my voice and I use my tool to give everybody a message on black community and the struggle that we live through, and police brutality only being here, and not only being here, but it's been suffering here for the 7 years that I've lived here, and it's gone unnoticed, it's gone too far. So I'm damned if I do, because now people think that I'm doing it for the clout or for the exposure. Okay, you know what? It comes with that. I can't control that. I can't control going viral. I can't control shit getting out of hand and people fucking with the content, because it's good content, because it's a real message and they're telling you to wake the fuck up, because we're living in a systemic system here that is programmed to leave you broke at the end of the day and naive about what's really happening. So I created it for multiple reasons, and I recorded that song probably within the first 24 hours it happened. I was in the studio the next day, and it just came to me and I laid it. And then I flew out to Minneapolis the next day, hopped into the protest, shot the video, put that out, helped raise some money for MN Freedom Fund to get those protesters out of jail. Thankfully, they've raised like $30+ million. That's not on my accord, obviously, but I helped contribute towards some of that, so I feel great. But at the same time, this is to show people that, look, there's certain rules and laws and regulations and amendments in place for a reason, and if you don't educate yourself on certain things, you're going to be falling and walking into this rat race, rat trap of people placating against your naiveness, because you don't understand where you're supposed to be standing legally to argue your way out of a situation that's going to escalate to your death. So I made that record because I wanted to use my voice. I wanted to use my platform, and I felt like me using my platform I'm more comfortable with that and taking the heat for me thinking that people I'm doing it for clout than me not saying shit at all. And then now I'm just a bum. I'm a wuss. I'm a pussy ass nigga because I'm a bitch ass nigga because I ain't say shit online. And I want to turn a blind eye and act like this shit ain't happening. But then I want to keep dropping music, but I don't want to say it's nothing about the shit that I'm made of. And the shit that got me to where I'm at. And the shit that taught me how to get through my traumas and my turmoils to succeed past all the struggles. I can't cop out. I can't cap out like that. You know what I mean? I can't, not say nothing. So I made that because it affected me. That's my impact for the city. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it. So it's got a life of its own. I can't control that. That's just what the fuck it is. But I know that people got to wake up and realize that it's not all it's smoke and mirrors out here, and it's not all roses and chicken wings and White Claws and beers and fun times. It's real shit going on out here that people got to pay attention to. But that's all I'm gonna say on it.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I mean, yeah.
So I mean, obviously that was a very emotional answer, and as it should be. It's a very emotional situation. It's unfortunate that it happened.
Yeah.
Thank God the officer who doesn't even deserve to have his name named was charged, or not charged, convicted.
Yeah.
But ultimately it shouldn't have came to that.
The chauvinistic pig. Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't have came to that. Now, my last question for you, and my last question on that.
Yep.
You kind of touched based on it accidentally.
Yeah.
Look at me. Mango habanero is hot. I'm wiping my face. So, in regard to, we'll call it protest songs, right? Because that's almost kind of what it is. So, in regard to that, one thing that I think I've noticed is a lot of people will take a situation, maybe not necessarily George Floyd's murder, but take a situation that a lot of people care about, and make a song about it, just in the hopes of going viral or being opportunistic with the situation. So I guess my question is, how often do you see that, and do you feel like that has a negative impact on what the movement is, or do you think just because know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's something else for somebody to listen to and to get the point.
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like the vast majority fucks with the message, fucks with the movement, fucks with the song as a whole because it's not a bad song. And the imagery.
Not your song. I'm just talking in general.
Oh, yeah. So, outside of that, taking away from my own song for a second, I see it all the time. I see people capitalizing on clout chasing all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why it affects me. But I'm telling you that the vast majority doesn't think that way because the message is so powerful. You have no choice but to think that, like, wow, this shit is so powerful, I gotta fucking share it, bro. It's self-explanatory. Yeah. If you watch the fucking video and you hear the song, the shit is self-explanatory.
Right.
But for that percentage of people who talk about clout chasing because they judging me based on everyone else that's doing it out here, like there's a person out here selling Lexi Holiday t-shirts, I'm probably not gonna be for that because I know this person, you know what I mean? It's just a certain shit you just don't cross the line with. Maybe George Floyd pack, you got three fives of George Floyd packs.
That
sold.
stuff was crazy.
Okay, if that's going towards a charity or his family, okay, great, awesome. By all means, raise that money. But if that's somebody capitalizing on that, I might be questioning that. So I had to tread very carefully because this was a very sensitive topic because I didn't want people doing that, but it happens anyways. It's still gonna happen. If you voice your opinion about anything in this country, somebody gonna attack you for trying to take advantage of something. Right. So what? I'm an artist. At the end of the day, I gotta take advantage of who I am and my culture and speak up for it and say what I really feel. If you feel some type of way about that, that's fine. I can't control that. I can't control that. All I can control is my emotion and what I put out to the world and what people receive and what the perception is of me. That's all I can control. You know what I mean? But I can control your actions. I can't control this man's actions. I can only control my actions. But I see it all the time, and it definitely does affect me negatively, but not more than it's been affecting me positively. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand when you're blowing up, you're gonna get a lot of positive feedback, but the negative go with it too. Yep. So you gotta understand. You gotta start to recognize that that's just what that's coming with. So after a while, shit don't bother me no more because I realize that's just I'm growing. So that's expected.
Right.
The hatred is expected. But before I realized I was blowing up, I used to entertain that, get into a lot of quarrels, a lot of beefs, a lot of fights, and just friction. It's exhausting. There's too much energy and put towards that shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand that when you recognize that your value is growing and you recognize that your growth is seeding the people around you because you're outgrowing the people around you, that's gonna come with positive and negative growth with that. You gotta learn how to navigate and do the shimmy around all the bullshit. Right. So when people talk about clout chasing, okay, fine, believe that. But you know what? At least people hearing me. At least they got the message. Yep. At least I know that all them people saw that and now they have the confidence to speak out on what they feel about the situation instead of hiding behind shit because they're afraid to get muted. And their Second Amendment revoked because social media is becoming bitch ass niggas revoking people's shit online. It's cool. It's cool. Do what you do. But I'm still gonna speak what I speak until I'm silenced. Until I'm in the dirt where I'm silenced. I'm gonna keep saying what the fuck I wanna say. And whoever wanna, that's just what it is. But anyways, I don't want to get on a tangent on that, but that's what it was.
No, it's cool, bro. It's content. It's quality content.
Yeah.
And to me, honestly, if you're not speaking with passion, you're not passionate.
Yes.
So all you've done this entire time is speak with passion. Mm-hmm. So what I hope to hear. Mm-hmm. Look at now, I got dead ass quiet.
No, you're good. You're good.
Perfect.
But now, the white claws kicking in,
right? Some of the fireballs, I heard some people getting fireballs over there. But now, so what I hope to hear when we head outside and kick off this little freestyle, I want to hear that same passion.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into that, bro, tell everybody where they can find you and what you're working on. Tell us what you're working on first, and then tell us where to find you.
Okay. I got 2 EPs coming out. One called Dimensions by Angelo Bombay, produced by Angelo Bombay. And I have another EP that's coming out that's no title yet, but I'm working with Kevin Little's people and...
Hold on. You work with somebody other than Angelo Bombay?
Yeah, I do.
I was gonna say, I feel like everything I've seen you put out is all him producing.
No,
which ain't a bad thing. I mean, dude's dope.
I work with OVO producers. I work with my other guy who's with Good Charlie, Hooks. Shout out to my guy Hooks. I work with Angelo. I work with a few other people from Kevin Little's team. Okay. I work with some people that have written songs for Jeremiah, Trey Songz, Ty Dolla $ign, Kanye, Uzi, you name it. You know what I mean? So, and not necessarily like physical songs, but might have worked on records as far as production value or songwriting skills or just melodies or contributed some type of feedback or input with some of these individuals. So I'm trying to just, that's how you expand, because I meet more people, because I may not necessarily put out a record that's going to pop on one producer's sound. I'm going to have to work with 5 or 6 different producers in 5 or 6 different genres, and one of them records going to go, and then you're going to get the rest of the shit out there. So I try not to keep myself in the box too much. I try to be optimistic and open to work with numerous producers. So that's what
I will say, man, the stuff that you've been putting out with Angela Bombay has been tight.
Yeah.
Especially that, what is it? What's it called?
Myself Now.
Myself Now. See, I knew that
dropped
too.
yesterday.
Hey, it was
probably
crazy.
my best and favorite record. But continue.
And I got a question about that.
Yeah.
Because I just went to YouTube and I saw that was put out on YouTube it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
And you're just now
dropping it.
Dropping it?
Because that was a distribution mistake.
Okay.
He tried to submit the video to iTunes. I'm trying to get all my videos on iTunes now.
Okay.
So when you go in there, I'm looking like Polo G. You get in there, you get the music, you get the videos, you get everything in one spot. So you don't got to keep flying around, flicking around. You get it all the way Apple iTunes, all in one spot. But a mistake happened, and they submitted it to YouTube, and there was no way for me to revoke that. So I was like, all right, fuck it, just leave it. That'll be a little hidden
See what
gem.
happens.
It'll be a gem for people who discover it.
Yeah.
And obviously people have been discovering the shit out of that. So I'm like, all right, we got to hurry up and get the record out for real. So then I'm like, all right, let's just drop it on the 30th. I got 2 videos that go with it. One CGI video that's a lyric video that I might make an NFT later, and then one regular video of me just by myself. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. My birthday coming up in May, so I might just hold off on releasing the video and focus on the parties and events that's coming up. And I might fuck around and drop the video at the end of May. And then I'll start dropping new records in June. But I got about 6 more records ready to go. I got 3 more videos, 4 more videos ready to go. And I'm shooting more videos in June for the next set of 5 records that's ready to go. So I'm pretty much got music to carry me to the end of the year. But with this record, I tried to do something different with it, but it was some errors that were happening along with the release and scheduling. So I just decided to release the audio since it was already getting exposure anyway. And then I was like, all right, fuck it, we'll let people listen to it and get fucked with it, and then I'll get the general consensus feedback from people, and then we'll just figure out a day to drop the video. You know, so.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, not to cut you off there.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure it's a little bit hard to hear. Inside.
Yep.
So let's pop outside.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drop a quick 16, 12, 24, whatever you want to do. Let the people hear what you really got. Mm-hmm. And then again, when we get out there, tell everybody where to find you.
Get it up. Oh. You can even do that now. You can Google me. Just search Rift, CHA, with an A, and then Rift, RIFT. Google it. It's gonna pop up. You can find me everywhere.
Oh, and I almost forgot. We gotta rate the wings.
I rate these wings 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh, 7.5 out of 10. Okay. So I'm usually not mango habanero.
Yep.
I really messed with the garlic parmesan ones from this spot.
Woo! I didn't even know they had those.
Them on point. I mean, you read the menu.
I missed it.
So that's all you.
Damn.
But I mean, for the mango habanero, I would say I'd give them a 7.
7?
I don't eat a lot of mango habanero, so I don't really got much to compare. But you do, and you give them a 7.5. So obviously they're good. So if you're in Minneapolis, you want some good mango habanero wings, the Rift tells you to come to Jackson's Hole, 1
Jackson
6
Hole
North
got
3rd
the
Street.
wings though. I mean, it's still fire. It's still fire.
Okay.
Come on down.
Respect the chicken.
Can't depend on nobody. What's enough to a squirrel when you know that you got it? Out here racing 2 girls, ain't got time to be stagnant. So I'm looking for a miracle, so I'm looking to God. I can't turn the page of life until I'm finished with this one. Take me to the afterlife, cause my soul's on a mission. I've been jumping in the fight and I've been signing petitions. And I've been praying to the light, hoping we make a difference. Pulling out the bins, I'm just rolling down the wind tints. Here we go again. I keep trying not to break things, but life is getting crazy. I'm just trying to keep my patience. I've been flipping open scripture, let it take me different places. I know that I'm a soldier and I've been strapping up my laces. People always lying, they be switching out their faces. Can't be standing on the side, gotta wake them out the matrix. Desensitized systems got you feeling tasteless. Trying to jab me with the jab, I'ma jab them out their laces. This is Birds and Bars, always on time for the Late Show.
All right, and that's it, everybody. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for Birds and Bars. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that. Wingsburg Station. And get in tune, check up on the Rift. Tell them again.
You can
Where they
find
can
me
find you at?
anywhere. Google it. THARIFT, The Rift. Thank you so much, Minneapolis. Love
Yes. Come to Jackson's Hole.
This is Wingsburg Station.
Wingsburg. Parmesan, dry rub, teriyaki. Getting saucy, loosen up the drawstrings. Wingsburg, chop it up like karate, make it rain. Wet naps when we walking in the lobby. Do the mile saw, so we do the kamikaze. Got them sweating bullets, ain't nobody gonna stop me. No milk, only beer, we sipping. Captain Wingsburg, yo, respect the chicken.
Wingsburg. Wingsburg. Wingsburg.
Yo, respect the chicken.